What is good? Fuck, good. Everyone. Shoobs here. This is so scuffed.
What a stupid idea! Who wants Law's start at 3 in the morning?
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
What is good, everyone? Shoobs here. Today we will be doing a little explanation and comparison on some keyboard cables. Now, what is the purpose of a keyboard cable? It's really just, the apparatus that connects the keyboard to the PC. So why are people buying custom cables then? Well, in short, just because it looks cool. And you know what? Sometimes taking that drip flex pick of your keyboard for the gram or the mechanical keyboard subreddit or just for Discord is worth it. Or that's what I tell myself. I just want to note that this video was sponsored by CableMod, who graciously sent over a bunch of their cables to test out for the video, but my opinions on the cables will be of my own. Thank you, CableMod, again, because I did a little bit too much spending this month, especially with Lost Ark.
Look, Pim, I know it's our job to help this guy and everything, but I think this guy's a lost cause. He's obviously made up his mind. Why don't we just cut our losses and get out of here?
So, for keyboard cables, there are a few different tiers. Oh god, saying tiers is giving me some anxiety. If you guys didn't know, I've been hard grinding Lost Ark to get tier 3. Like, I've played 80 hours over the last 6 days or something. Yeah, I have a bit of a problem. But starting off, we got our basic bitch USB-C cable. You can get this basically anywhere. Probably costs around 5 or 10 bucks. It will do the same shit as the more expensive ones. Let's just get that idea out of the way. The cables will perform the same way, It's just going to do the same shit. However, this $5 basic cable isn't drip. And you know what? Saving money is temporary, but drip is eternal. God, this is why I'm always broke. But moving forward, the next tier is a bit of a jump. Many people are probably most interested in this level, which are the very famous and very popular type of mechanical keyboard cables, the coiled cables. So what's the point of the coil? Nothing, it just looks wicked. So let's compare some of the readily available coiled aviator cables from Amazon. So we got ourselves a bunch of them from Amazon that I bought. There. So let's compare some of the readily available coiled aviator cables from Amazon and see which ones are pretty decent or which ones are straight trash. So let's compare some of the readily available coiled cables from Amazon. We got ourselves the Asceni cable, which is $25, the Tez cable, which is around $40, the Glorious cable, which is $50. I also have this Matrix one, which is also $50, and of course the CableMod one, which is currently $40 on Amazon. So let's start off with the $25 Asceni cable. This one is by far the cheapest one and also the cheapest feeling cable out of all of these. The sleeving is quite weird. It feels sort of plasticky. I mean, it is plasticky, but it feels very sort of sticky. I don't know. There's no aviator cable. I don't think this is much of a jump from your basic bitch cable. Not really worth picking this one up if you're looking to upgrade. I would just skip that price range entirely. For the second cable, we have ourselves the Tez cable. This one is much better than the Tez one. However, the sleeving still has that sort of plasticky, sticky shine to it. The aviator connector is this glossy sort of finish. It looks like it is painted on and has sort of a, I don't know, it is still not very up to par. The sleeving is also made of this sort of cheap rubber. Honestly, for $40, this one isn't really that great either. Now we have ourselves the glorious coiled cable. This one is the most rugged and highest quality one so far. It has a very thick and hard sleeving as well as a very nice finish on the aviator. Honestly, this is a pretty nice cable for the price. Next up, we got ourselves a old cable of mine, which is the Matrix cable. I actually used this for around a year before switching it out. Honestly, it served me quite well. The sleeving on it is pretty good. The coil was not as tight as the others, but you know, I used this quite a bit and it held up pretty well. The finishing on the aviator connector itself is just unfinished. It feels a little bit, you know, cheap, but for $50, honestly, it wasn't that bad. At the $50 range, I think the cables are pretty similar in terms of how they're built. They're all pretty dang good. But finally, the cable mod cable that I got sent was pretty damn impressive. It's got a powder coated aviator cable with this matte sort of finish, very nice, and the sleeving was honestly on par with custom cables that I've gotten made, which is the next tier up, and I'll talk about that as well. But I think the cable mod cable for $40 right now on Amazon, and you know, $50, which is the base price, is actually the best choice out of these. This comes closest to the, you know, custom keyboard cables, which is one tier above. Finally, for the last tier of keyboard cables, it is the fully custom cable from scratch. There are a lot of small artisan makers, and CableMod also has a nice configurator and option to make fully custom cables as well. But in the realm of one-off custom cables, the price can range from $40 to $150 and up, depending on the type of materials, lengths, and connectors you use. But for those complete beginners that do want to ball out and spend that extra dough on a fully custom cable, the one thing to showcase and show would be the 3 different type of connectors that are most popularly used, and these connectors would be the aviators, which are the cheapest, YC8, which is a bit more expensive, and the big money limos, the most baller, which are the most expensive by far. Is there any difference in these 3 connectors in terms of functionality? No, it's literally whatever looks the best to you, although better connects could last longer in the long run. Also, I forgot to mention, but when buying these custom cables, you can get additional device or host ends made, so you can support different ports as well, which I guess is a cool feature, but you know, costs even more money. Well, that was my scuffed guide to keyboard cables. Thanks again to CableMod for sponsoring the video. Anyways guys, thank you guys so much for checking out the video till the end and all the support. We're almost at 80k. That's crazy. I really appreciate it, and more content and comedy videos on the way soon, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.